Hey Hollywood, you hear that? That's Japan schooling you on how to do a perfect Godzilla film. Let's get into it. Hello there Clapperheads and welcome to a brand new edition of ClapperCorns. I'm Nick Dorian. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about Toho Studios' film Godzilla -1. After having massive success in Japan and winning an Academy Award, Godzilla -1 is now streaming on Netflix, and I couldn't be happier because this is possibly a perfect Godzilla film. Taking place soon after the Second World War, Godzilla -1 tells the story of a deserter who, after being traumatized by Godzilla for a first time, finds himself face to face with this gigantic peril once again as he emerges off the coast of Tokyo. As this giant kaiju rips across Japan, this deserter must find a way to redeem himself and work together with his fellow former soldiers and the public to take down Godzilla. Undoubtedly, most of the Western world would know Godzilla through the medium of the MonsterVerse, but Japan has come out and reminded all of us once again about where its origins truly came from. Godzilla -1 feels like a massive throwback to the golden era of the Godzilla films and going back to its roots and delivering a classic in the making. Featuring incredibly complicated human stories about war and loss, this is much more than just a monster film. This is a very poignant story about human connection and the power of gathering together in adversity. There were great moments of vulnerability and really showcasing the human condition. While of course we got to see the reason why they won the Academy Award for visual effects, because there are some great scenes with Godzilla tearing the entire town apart, but there is a great deep story behind everything. It's a wonderful example of what makes Godzilla great. I think it's safe to say we've been blindsided by the MonsterVerse and thinking that, Godzilla should be all about action and fights and massive destruction. But if you really look at it, there's a lot more that goes into a Godzilla film. As much as it should be about the giant reptile, it should also be about the people having to deal with this. And more importantly, what they have to go through to fight it. In a certain aspect, it's a great social commentary as well about the power of human connection, as I said before. About how when we're all faced with adversity or maybe natural disasters, to give an example, we all band together as a society. No matter what our differences may be, racial, political, no matter what happens, when we are faced with danger and damage, we all band together because that's what makes us human. And I think Godzilla -1 is a great example of that. At the end of the day, Godzilla -1 is indeed a classic in the making. So much so, it's understandable why they made a black and white version of it, because the more you watch this film, the more you want to go, this actually would look great in black and white. It feels so much like a nostalgic black and white film, and I cannot wait to see, hopefully, Netflix premiering that as well. So do yourself a favor, Godzilla -1 is of course now streaming on Netflix. This is definitely a film not to be missed. It is such a classic in the making. It's an art house picture. It is everything a Godzilla film should and could be. And as always, you can check us out on all social media. It's all on the screen at the moment: Instagram, TikTok, and of course YouTube. Go and follow and subscribe to those channels for more updates. Thank you so much again for watching. I'm Nick Dorian, and until next time, keep watching the movies.